Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. An absolute pleasure to be with you here in Venice. Thanks a lot for taking the time. Congratulations on this beautiful movie that you've put together. For people who haven't seen it yet, though, could you give us an introduction? What can people expect when they come to watch it?
Thank you, Sarah. Nice to be here with you. Last night, I conquered the city of Thebes. I would say that the first thing was the place. I discovered these incredible ruins of an ancient Roman bath in 2017. I should say that I have an metaphysical experience. I was in the middle of nowhere, bathing in a pool at night with very warm water, steam, and there was no electric light. The only thing I could do there if I wanted to see anything was to stare at the sky, enjoy that beautiful sky with that beautiful stars. I had kind of a trance. And I thought how many people should have done that before me in that space that is more than 2,000 years old. And for me, it was kind of an idea, an eureka. I have found a place where maybe I can do a film. 2 years later, with Carlos Pardo and Maria Anton, my companions from my collective, La Casinegra, we went with a camera that sees more than a human eye, and we record at night 3 boys, young boys, friends, bathing. And when we rewatch the images, was like, wow, timeless images. If we remove the pineapple swimsuits and the iPhones, it's impossible to date, to say what time the image is. And also, this thermal bath is a perfect place for intimacy. And it's kind of when you are in a car travel with a friend and you are looking at the road. You don't look to your eyes, but you have this space for intimacy, and you can have very deep conversations. And I have found a place where you can have this kind of very intimate conversations, to take your time to really talk. So this is the movie about a magical place where the 2 main characters, Antonio and Jota, 2 Portuguese young boys who goes to the thermal bath to spend the day with their friends, finally find the time and the space to talk for real. They are not the only young boys that is experiencing that night at the thermal bath. And the rest of the movie you have to go and see.
What's really sort of magical about it is the thermal baths become not only this tangible place, but also this kind of metaphorical place, you know, where people can meet and have this connection, as you're describing. So it's really important how you captured that kind of his atmosphere and his aura. So how did you go about that and making sure that really was conveyed on screen?
Yeah. We work as a collective, and we work artisans. So we have gone so many times to the thermal bath. First of all, to bath, but later with our own little cameras to shoot and to shoot and to film and to film and to try to understand the place. Because for me, there was something oniric quality indeed in the thermal bath, but there was also about layers of time. And for me, it's very interesting how one shot can reveal different layers of time. The formal proposal is we wanted to create kind of a limbo, a place with no time, where different times or different or people from different times could live together and find this moment of real talking. But yeah, there's a lot of work with light, with very sensitive cameras, with steam. Steam is a material very interesting for cinema because can show or can hide. It's also a film about subtraction, only bodies, water, steam, and stone at night. So we wanted to find out this magical condition, this very cinematographical condition. I think there's something every film has to answer, asking itself. It's about this condition of linearity, because when you see a film, you see it, it begins, you watch the film, it ends, but there's something also circular, no? About a shelter space when you can travel. For me, the thermal bath and all this audiovisual device, very special, we have created was like the for looking for this limbo, this special space and time I was saying to you.
And I understand you did sort of an open casting. You saw almost 300 lads, trying to find the right people to be in your film. What was it you were looking for, and how did you know you'd found the right people to be in it?
We, as filmmakers, we want to do things on our own way. Don't look to be very efficient. We want to put the effort, the work, the money where we feel it's important. And for example, for the casting of the Portuguese characters, we were one year not doing a classical casting, but doing interviews to a lot of young students and boys in the north of Portugal. And after that, we do a lot of workshops, of cinema workshops with them, not about acting, but about cinema and thinking. And we spend a lot of time together, like spending time to know well each other. So we finally were totally sure they were the right persons to do the characters. Also, because in a formal way, the mise en scène and the dialogues where we look for a very specific beauty, and we needed, they were very comfortable with all this to really achieve the formal way we were looking for.
And you were mentioning earlier about, creating this space for connection, for vulnerability. And I guess it's not something we often see on screen, particularly men, being with their friends, being together, showing that side of themselves. Yeah. And I loved what you'd also, mentioned in the notes about how friendship is something that's often overlooked in life, as one of our key relationships, one that doesn't have a contract as such, but makes it all the more special because there isn't one. So what did you want to explore in that way, and perhaps, show a different side to masculinity than the one we normally see on screen?
Yeah, a friend of mine says that Last Night I Conquered the City of Thebes is a sci-fi movie, not because something that happens in the movie, but because she has watched men talking for real. So yeah, it's a very good question, and it's very important for us. I have written the script with Celso Jimenez, one of my best friends. Carlos Pardo is the producer, another one of my best friends. We have spent a lot of time together, but maybe we haven't say each other all the things we wanted to say. No, it's like it's difficult for us, kind of show vulnerability or we are normalized as men. You are not so used to do that, no? And for us, fiction gives the possibility of show that, and that these characters, Antonio and Jota, finally dare to say the things maybe I haven't dared to say to my friends, no? And there's also this political condition. You say maybe nowadays is like very important in your emotional education in your young period, but after that there's something like the success, professional success, or family, or I don't know, more it's about money, everything, no? And it's difficult to spend time together in the way you should, you used to. There's also this question, no, why, no, in the film. Also, I think it's something that it occurs to us, but it's something common in all the times and all the people, no? Is another of the questions that the film poses itself.
And there's something wonderful as well in the fact that your film sort of makes people slow down and, you know, sort of like allowing conversation to run and allowing that rhythm of dialogue to actually be captured. And I guess, you know, in this day and age where everyone's attention span is so short, you know, with social media, etc., or even the way we watch movies, you know, it's with the phone in one hand, film on in the background, you know, people's concentration span is so short. Why was that really important to you? And what do you think the impact is on the audience of that?
Slow down time as a political issue is the most important for me, no? We are running all the time, you know, running, and yeah, to slow down, to be inefficient, spend time with people is super important for me, because it's a matter of time. I want to live more slow down. I think it's important when we see a movie, when we read a book, when we have a conversation, to give it the time, no? To don't rush, because it's like nowadays is you need everything now. Everything is like in a hurry. I don't understand so much this condition of our contemporaneity. I feel I'm not so much like that, and I like the film also is like that. And also for the audience, I think if they take the time, not only this film but everything, every cultural film or book or record, whatever, to give time to things, because the relationship finally would go deeper. I think it's the only important thing.
On that note, you know, what do you hope people will leave the cinema thinking about, feeling, I guess, after spending this time steeped in this water with these boys, you know, perhaps to reflect on their own lives and their own friendships and their own moments and taking things a bit slower than they usually do?
Yeah, I would love, as a spectator, my favorite thing in cinema is to go out from the cinema and the movie stays with you, and maybe makes you a better person, or maybe makes you think about some important things in a deeper way. Yeah, I truly believe in the quality of cinema, that they can be a companion after the screening with people, and yeah, and make people to think. Maybe I'm naive, but maybe to be a better person. Yeah.
Be ambitious. I like that.
Very ambitious. Yeah. But.
And what does it mean to you to have the film here at Venice Film Festival?
the best starting point we could have. We knew Parker that we only wanted to go to a place where people, the programmers, really understand the film and really love the film. As I say to you, we want to give us our time and to do the things in our way, and also for the premiere of the film. We are not premiering the film if we are not ready, and we are not premiering the film if we are not with the right people who really cares and who really understand the film. And with the Giornate team, with Gaia and Cedric, Lorenzo, all the programmers, we feel a real connection. We feel that they really understand and care about the film. It's because of that we are here. It's super to be at the Venice Film Festival. I am sure that for the film, because finally you want to look for another people that love the same things that you love. And this is the real audience we are looking for. A good starting point to starting to find these people that we can really communicate, no? And people who cares for the same things that we care through the film. Another very ambitious idea: communicate with people that you don't know at the moment, but in the future will be maybe a friend.
And just very quickly, do you know what you're going to work on next? Or since you like to take your time, you're going to wait and see, let the dust settle on this one before you venture on to your next thing?
One by one.
No rush. And well, thank you
you
so much for sharing all that with me. Congratulations on this wonderful film. I really enjoyed presenting it here in Venice. Thank you.
Thank you
Muchas
to you,
gracias.
Sara.